Tammy's gonna follow up, and then we're gonna wait and see when HR comes in. We'll see how much we can get done before she starts.
We have pictures today too.
10 o'clock. I tried to get it earlier, they're not there.
Last year we didn't do what we had to do.
It's 10 o'clock, they're voting.
Guys, good morning. Buenos dias.
Almost stopped.
All right, so for you guys you're new guys, I think I interviewed all of you that are here. Welcome to Maze. We appreciate you guys being here, girls being here. We needed the help, and now we're about plus, I think in big buses probably plus 12 drivers. So we have extra CDL drivers. So we're not going to be hopefully not scrambling, right? So as most of you know, but I'll go through this real quick. I'm one of the assistant directors here. I do the student discipline here. So if you got a problem with a kid on your bus, let me know, and I'll go and probably not gonna take him out the first time, but I'll go talk to this kid, and if the kid can tell you it'll be a problem, then he will probably come off the bus. If you have to do a write-up for you new people who have never done one, get with the other people that have done them. If you need help, let me know, and I will help you get it done. You have to do it in the system, so we keep record of it. If you have to, so you have to talk to the parents, guys. That's a tough deal, I understand it, you have to talk to the parents. If there's gonna be a suspension, I'll do it. I'll talk to the parents and your kids off the bus, okay? Last year we had 100 and some, the year before we had 100 and some, so I'm kinda used to the parents yelling at me, and it's okay, I get it. Let me see, what else we got? Okay, so please follow, guys. I know this is super hard for you guys, I don't know why. I come from the government, so it's easy for me, but I understand you guys have never been in the government. Try to follow the chain of command, please, please, okay? If you wanna yap about your cute dog and Kathy wants to entertain it, then that's okay. But if it's stuff to do with complaints about other drivers, and it's gonna happen, complaints about your paras, it's gonna happen, complaints about teachers and principals, or parents at the schools, that might happen, bring it to me. Let me know, okay, because I will take up that fight for you guys. Don't get involved in that kind of mess with those people, all right? Make sure I cover everything I've got written down here. So let's move on to the next one. Keep your buses clean, please. I'm going to tell you guys right now. If this is a bad portion of today's meeting. Okay, the rest of it I promise is going to be really fun. But I have to get this stuff to you guys because we can't have that. You know, Tony never told us or nobody ever told us this stuff. So guys, keep your buses clean and swept. All right. So we got a bunch of drivers here, new drivers, that want routes. I mean, they're begging for routes. Hey, put me on a route, put me on a route. So if you're not abiding by the simple rules of keeping your buses clean, keeping the, gum off the floors and stuff, if it continues, we're gonna replace you to find someone that will do it, okay? I get it, if there's a tear in your bus, check your bus. Check it every day. Someone, cuts your bus, at least you know it right then and there. There's 5 cameras on the big buses, 3 on the small buses. I can look for it right away and tell you who it was, and that kid will be gone. That's a suspension. So, but if you don't tell me, and then I have to look at the video, and it's 2 weeks into it, it's tough to find, guys. So please, keep your buses clean. There's not going to be any exceptions this year. As I get it when they're dirty, but if they're trash, that's not right. It's not going to happen. I wish I could put like, this is so-and-so rule, but I'm not going to do it. But I do have a, never mind. All right. Guys, try not to yell at your kids. I get it when you're telling them to sit down, settle down, all that. And some of these buses, the kids try to treat them as jungle gyms. Try not to let them do that. Don't yell at your kids. Don't yell at them. Something malicious. Try to use, keep it down, settle down, sit down. No cuss words at your kids. No cuss words under your breath where the kids can hear it, because that happened several times last year. Kid goes home, tells mom that the bus driver told me this. I'm like, BS, my drivers would never say that. Then I go look for the video, and guess what? The driver said it. So please, don't do that, because that's right up that I don't want to do. Yeah. Guys, super duper important. The last year we didn't do this, it's probably my fault because I didn't mention it at the beginning of the year. If you have an accident, I don't care if it's a minor accident, I don't care if it's a broken tail light, broken mirror, call me please. Do not leave the scene of an accident. No matter how minor you think it is, don't leave. So this is real life stuff that happened last year. We had an accident, driver took off. I show up to the scene, police is there with the car that got hit, and we have no bus there and no driver. And so we left the scene of an accident. It didn't happen once, it happened 3 times. And then I have to schmooze over the cops. Look, I know some of them, smooth them over, like, oh no, the bus is on its way back, okay? And then it's like, well, how do I know that that's the original driver? And they have to take my word that it's the original driver. So if you have an accident, no matter how minor, remember, we have drivers, extra drivers. I will get a driver to you, I will get a bus to you, I will show up on the scene. I will take care of everything for you, I will. Paperwork, pictures, I'll do everything. Just, you need to let us know. Do not leave that scene. If you're embarrassed to call on the radio and let us know that, hey, I had an accident because 100 other people are listening, including the schools, call my cell phone. If you don't have my cell phone, put it in your phone. Find it and put it in, I'll give it to you. And just call me and tell me, Tony, you had an accident, and I'm going to tell you, don't leave wherever you're at, I'm on my way there, okay? And like I said, I'll take care of all the rest of the stuff. Another thing, super important with accidents. Guys, it's not that we want to be a pain, but you have to have seating charts. You have to. I know they're a pain in the butt. When I was driving here at the beginning, when I first started, man, seating charts suck. You do them and then kids change or they take a kid off and then here you are doing it again. We have to have them. It's state regulated, it's state policy. You have to have it. We can get in big trouble. Last year we had a couple accidents where we did not have a seating chart for kids. So, you know, I have to sit there with the driver and go, seating chart now, and bring, you know, I'm always carrying blank seating charts. We need a seating chart, do it now, right? So, get your seating chart, and I don't care if it's 90% accurate, it's something that we can work with. So please have it, and I'm sure with Joy and everybody else that are gonna check, with Joy and everybody else that are gonna check your maps, that's part of the maps, right? Seating charts? Yes, ma'am.
I just had a question, because with the tier 1 group, we don't have their names in seats. This group's up front, this group's in the middle, this group's in the back. We need to change that.
You're talking about tier 1?
The high school, intermediate, middle, and high school.
Yeah, you should have a seating chart, at least with their names. You don't have to put them up on the sides with like the little kids.
Okay.
But you should have a seating chart with, you know.
The handbook says different.
It does say different?
Yeah, they don't have
Tier
a sign,
one
that's
is
what I'm
just
trying to say,
groups.
they don't have a sign.
Only did it during COVID.
It's like fifth through this.
We had to have
grade,
a scene
so
chart for
these
tier
front
one during
seats,
COVID.
and the middle school sits in the middle, and the high
Okay.
school sits in the back.
All right, I didn't know that. I would say for your own protection, because the cops, that's what they're gonna ask for. They're gonna ask for a seating chart. For liability purposes, they want a seating chart, who's anywhere. So I'll let Kathy address that when she's going. But I think you should have one. So the other one to do with accidents and driving on the roads, guys, we should never be in a hurry to get anywhere. Never, never, never. If it's 40 miles an hour, drive 40 miles an hour. If you want to be max top speed, try 40. There's no reason to be at 43, 44, 45. The reason for that is if you have an accident, it's going to be your fault. It's going to be your fault. Those computers on those buses mark down everything. If you have an accident at 44 miles an hour in a 40, it's going to be the school's fault. Okay, so guys, especially if the schools, when you're there dropping off kids, and I don't know why everybody's going to rush to get to the next school. Like, hurry up, why doesn't he have his blinker on to get out? We're going from the school to the school. So you guys, take your time, please. Don't rush it, don't speed, you'll get in trouble. No excess radio chatter. Some of you guys are real good at telling us that the weather's nice outside. I think everybody else can see that the weather's nice outside. So keep it down, please. Accidents, hey, we appreciate when you guys see an accident, somebody says something, that's awesome. I appreciate that and the details of where it's at. But once you do that, it's good, and then we'll have people say, where was that? And then they'll explain again, and then someone else will say, where was that? And so on. I get that. Okay, so this happened several times last year. And again, guys, I apologize, this is the bad part of the meeting. This happened several times last year. Please try not to give your personal opinion on stuff that's going on in the world on your bus. Kids look up to you guys, they really do, right? First people they see in the morning is you guys. Last person they see after is you guys. Don't get involved in politics. Don't get involved if, wars, religion, sex. If your kids are asking those questions, don't divert, don't answer, divert them somehow. I don't know how, but divert them because it's all on radio. It's all on camera. Everything you say, you see. And then the next thing is I have a parent calling me, catching me off guard, saying the bus driver talked to my daughter about sex. Okay? And these are 8th, 9th grade girls with a male driver. So you can see how that would be kind of weird, right? So try not to do that. All right, this is my favorite one. Try not to talk about politics in our office. I call this the Vern rule, but Vern doesn't like that. Nobody cares how you're going to vote. I don't care. Nobody cares. Just vote. Stop trying to influence other people on your opinion. It's funny is you guys need to befriend me on Facebook. It's hilarious. But all right. I can tell you this though, and I'm dead serious with this. For the people that wish, now I'm going to give you my opinion. For the people that wish our candidates in the United States harm, one side or the other, Trump got shot and you guys wish that it hit him square in the head. You guys, and I'm dead serious, you guys are ugly people.
Yeah.
You're ugly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
People, now hold on. You knuckleheads on the other side that wish Biden would fall off a damn stairs or whatever, or Kamala Harris wasn't even announced and you guys were already trashing her. So you guys aren't any better. Both you guys on each side are weird to me. So keep your comments to yourselves. Guys, you guys are seriously, man. If you wish harm on people that are trying to help the United States, you guys are ugly, man. And I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings, and I'm talking directly at you. This one I call where's Caesar? Is Caesar here? This one's called the Caesar rule. Please don't spread rumors. If your sentence has to start with, hey, did you hear what I heard? You know what I heard? Did you hear that this person said this? Man, that sentence is not going to be good no matter what. So don't do that. Just, if it's something that's a crisis here at the department, yeah, let us know. You know what I mean? But, if, I don't know, Dewey likes kissing Tony, it's none of your business, okay? So don't be spreading rumors. It's just a rumor, Dewey, that I heard.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Good. Good. So, one last thing and I'll get out of the way. I know Kathy's going to talk a little bit about this, or somebody's going to talk about this, but I asked if I could talk about this, and say yes. So clocking in and out now, should not pay attention. Okay. So clocking in and out now, there's no more 7-minute rule. No more 7. Kathy's going to talk about that? Okay. So there's no more 7-minute rule. There's no more free 7 minutes. So you can't clock in at 6:53 and get to 7 o'clock. Right off the bat, okay? So it's minute per minute. You are allowed to clock in 15 minutes before you leave the lot. So what we had last year a lot was people were coming in, it wasn't a lot, but the people that did it, some of them got caught. So they would clock in at 5:45 and their first pickup was 6:50. All right? Not only that, they were taking the bus back to their home and going back inside. Okay? We dealt with them. We dealt with them. But guys, it's so easy. Please remember, it's funny because I know the kids don't remember that there's cameras on these buses. But you guys as adults, there's cameras on these buses. The cameras record speed, I mean, their microphones are awesome. Record everything. Every time you say something bad about me, I hear it.
And then we just wave at the camera.
It's just waving. Yeah. So you're allowed to clock in 15 minutes before you leave the lot. That'll give you time for pre-trip. You can get more time. You can get more time. This one's called the Dewey Rule, by the way. You can get more time, but you gotta get managers to say it's okay, right? So if you come back, and the same as when you get back in the afternoon after route or in the morning after route. If you get back, you got 15 minutes from the time you get back to the bus barn to clock out, okay? That should give you enough time. If you need more time, talk to Kathy, talk to Joy, talk to one of the managers, and see if you can get more, just say, hey, I need more time because I gotta go do this, I gotta go do it. And it's probably gonna be granted, but it has to, you have to have permission, because if not, they're not gonna give it to you. Yes?
I know that when I would come in at the end of my route and I had someone that was doing a shuttle, I had to gas up like twice a week, so I would do it like when I came back, and so then I'd be 15 minutes sweeping and gassing up. I mean, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll be able to tell who's
Okay.
milking the system, okay? Guys, don't do it, man. They're watching. And I'm letting you guys know ahead of time. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm letting you know ahead of time of what they're telling us. This is gonna happen. They're gonna be watching. So if you get caught, it's on you. The same as the poster coming back. Guys, so once you get done with your route, you drop off your last kid, you need to come directly here. No more quick trip, no more stopping at the school, sweeping your bus, none of that stuff. Come here. You gotta do something, come here, and then say, hey, I wanna sweep my bus. Okay, sweep your bus. You know what I mean?
So we gotta
So
get permission to sweep our bus now?
you gotta get permission to, when you're at the high school, sweeping the outside of your bus, yeah, you need to bring it here and do that here. Okay? Because then then we know where you're at, and then we say, yeah, Dewey's out
Got
here
cameras,
sweeping
you
the
know
bus.
where you know where we're at, you just told us that.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, we need you here.
We're gonna talk.
Well, you can talk all you want. I'm telling you, that's the way it's gonna be. Oh, look at the last line I put here. There will be no exceptions unless approved by management. So, yeah. And just don't abuse the clock. That's all I got for you guys. Super happy, right?
Real quick before Tammy comes up, so we did a little bit of looking last year. So if somebody abused the system just 15 minutes a day, they come in and clock just 15 minutes earlier than they were supposed to, and then just sat in the break room and him-hawing around for another 15 before they clocked out at night. Let's just say 15 minutes, so 30 minutes a day is all it was. Val and I was looking at it this morning. If you take that times 174 school days, let's just say a brand new CDLer is doing it at $23 an hour, just $23 an hour. Sorry for you that aren't making that. That's 87 hours of free money that you've taken from the school for $2,000 a year. And you take that times how many people that do it, there's a reason that they are coming down on our department super hard, because we are bleeding money and it's got to stop. So we got to quit looking that clock. One more thing before we let Tammy come up. If you guys don't know, if you haven't heard, for those of you that know Deborah Weaver, she drives 6. Been with our district for ever and ever and ever. Sweet, sweet, kind woman. Lost her husband Sunday. He's been battling, he had a heart attack, gosh, has it been last November now? Is that right? So she's been battling with him with that for months and months and months. She missed a lot of school last year. Kim thankfully stepped in and helped cover her a lot on that one last year, so she didn't have to lose her job. He's not getting better, he continues to have issues, so her and her family decided that this past Saturday they were gonna, I don't know a nicer way to say it, pull the plug on the machine that was keeping him alive, and he passed away on Sunday. So keep her and her family in your thoughts. If you want to donate, for those of you who know, that she's been driving back and forth to Oklahoma every single week to take care of him and be with him and try and help him get through this. So there's a ton of fuel money that's gone out to her. If you want to give something, please see Sarah. We'll get She was standing there.
She's not here.
She sits at the front desk, and then we'll get you a card to sign for her when she comes back. All I ask is that all she's asking is that when she comes back, she's gonna come get her routes and stuff later. She just doesn't have the heart to be in front of all of you right now. She just couldn't do it. When she does come back, just don't ask her how she's doing. She says she knows you're thinking about her. Just smile and wave. Just don't ask. She's just not ready, but she really wants to try and start school with us. So if you can just give her space, she'd really appreciate that. So that's all I have on that. Ms. Tammy, it's all yours. Please turn your phones to silence for the remainder of the day.
Hey, you're gonna have to show me the slide. I don't know. It's hard to look at that. I know.
Oh, Vermillion Elementary and May South brought breakfast this morning, so there's a card going around. Make sure you get that signed.
That was Tony.
That was Tony, in case you missed him. And there's Tammy. And then you just click on the mouse pad. Tammy made that special slide there. It was so simple.
So, plain. It's all good. Okay, so should be having the safety sheet going around. Okay? Be sure and sign it, because if you don't sign it, you weren't here. I have to turn that into the state, okay? You have to- For the safety needs, you have to attend 10 a year required by the state. Okay?
Can you guys all hear her okay?
Can you hear me?
Or to take the mic out?
I'll talk loud, I'll try. I feel like I'm yelling at you, so. Okay, so I keep the records of the driver's license, first aid, the defensive driving, and the physical, okay? So you'll give those to me. If you go get the physical, they usually send it to me, and they'll tell you, I'll put it on there, okay, so you don't have to bring it to me. But these are the people, maybe. Defensive driving, I need defensive driving by the end of August, okay? And it is August the 12th from 1 to 5, so you really need to go to that meeting. Your name is up here, be at that meeting. If you think you've already done it, come talk to me. We'll see what we can figure out, okay? Okie dokie? Okie dokie.
I have a question.
Yeah. Okay.
What is the time, every time that you have to have that taken?
Of what?
2 or 3 years. Defensive driving?
3 years for defensive driving, 2 years for first aid.
Okay, I'm not talking about that.
Okay, all right. Okay, and here is first aid, August the 12th, 8 to noon. If your name is up here, you need to be there. I'll give you a little time to look for your names, okay? It's really important that we get these updated so you can drive. Because if you don't, then I go to Kathy and then she may not let you drive until you get it. She will not, okay. She will not let you drive until you get it, okay? And if you have a question, if you're on the list or not, and you don't see your name, you can come talk to me, I'll look it up for you. Driver's license, either new or updated in August. So I might have already had your original driver's license, but I need it updated because it's expired, okay? I have to have it on file, so please bring those to me if your name is up there. Okay?
I locked into it. What do you do? I just can't figure out where to log in.
Physicals by the end of August.
We're out over 50.
The names are up there who need the physical by the end of August. Ron, you're up there.
Mine's not up there, but you told me and I brought my stuff. I went to the other day.
Okay,
Yeah, I just got one.
okay. Today?
No, last,
Okay, we'll look for it, come talk to me, okay?
okay.
I might have missed it up there. I do make mistakes, believe it or not.
Oh, I would too, I didn't have that last one.
If you need to update your phone numbers, emails, addresses, come see me. If you're not getting any emails, you probably need to update your information, or if you're not getting any texts, well, I don't know, you may not get a phone call from us. So, but hopefully not. So you need to update it if you changed it from last year. Okay, so if you were here last year and you changed your phone number or address or name or anything, come see me, okay? Okay, mailboxes. Keep them tidy. We have a lot of stuff in mailboxes. If you go there and look, there's a lot of stuff in mailboxes still all summer long. Okay? Please empty them so I can reassign them. I want them empty today when y'all leave so that I can reassign them on Thursday and Friday and I don't have to move everything. Yes?
Okay, for the new drivers
Yeah.
and our old ones, just a friendly reminder. When she says check your box often, you need to check it every
Daily.
morning and
Yeah.
every afternoon because we are, especially at the beginning of the year, we are adding and subtracting students daily. So you new drivers, you may get 3 new students in the morning and 2 students taken off in the afternoon. So you have to check your box at least twice
Especially
a
our
day.
first starting point, we have to check them. And that's where we put them. When we do something, then we put them in there so you guys get it, okay? And the mailboxes are in the break room in case you don't know that, if you're new here. The drivers are on this wall, the pairs are on this wall, and hopefully you'll keep it that way. So, okay? So please, please, please clean them out today before you leave, okay? All right, take them home, bring them back, I don't care, but clean out what you got in there. That's me, I'm done.
You wanna just end the HDMI?
And my name too.
It's on my list.
So you already got it right.
So Randy's gonna talk to us a little bit about some HR stuff, just get it all out of the way today so you guys don't have to watch a bunch of videos. We can do it as a team.
All right, good morning. Morning. Oh my goodness, you guys are as well caffeinated as I am. This is gonna be fun. All right, I'm Randy Clark. I'm your HR director. And the state requires every year that all district employees go through a variety of trainings. They're all with the pressing topics, right? Child abuse and neglect, sexual harassment, homelessness, things like that. The teachers got assigned these electronically, and it's going to take them hours to click through the slides. I'm going to talk really fast, but hopefully hit on the high points and get this through. Will somebody find a piece of paper and send around a sign-in sheet, because that's how you're going to get credit for this.
I got it.
Thank you. So make sure you sign in, or you're going to get assigned these electronically and have to do them a second time, and that's no fun for anybody. So.
No, we have to have separate because I have to have one too.
So, all right, so I'm just gonna dive in. If you guys have questions as we go through, feel free to holler at me and I will do my best to answer them. So this first section is on emergency safety interventions, or ESI. Oh, turn it on, read it out. All right. ESI is the use of seclusion or restraint in an emergency situation where the safety of a student or others is in question. Physical restraint means bodily force used to substantially limit a student's movement. And then seclusion, placement of a student for any reason where both the conditions are met. The school personnel purposely isolate the student, or the student's prevented from leaving or believe they are prevented from leaving, and there's no meaningful engagement going on. So some of our school buildings have seclusion rooms. They're like padded rooms where a student who's really escalated may go, right? And they're so escalated that we're not having meaningful engagement with them. We can't talk them down right then. But we could have situations where that bus becomes a seclusion, right? If you have somebody so out of control, if you had to evacuate everybody else off there and all of a sudden we've got one student on there, they're secluded from everybody else. They can't leave that space. And there's no meaningful engagement going on, right? Sometimes we do have to use ESI in our classrooms or in our schools to keep people safe, right? So it's not a bad thing to do, but there is a lot of paperwork required when we do ESI. We have to notify parents same day. There's a lot of state regulations that go along with ESI, so it's just important to know that. Sometimes we have things that look like ESI but are not considered that, like detention, in-school suspension, things like that, right? Those are consequences of actions. We're not doing it in an emergency. It's not for somebody's safety. It's a consequence for an action. So, again, during seclusion, the student is purposely isolated from peers. There's no, again, meaningful interaction going on. Physical escort, right? If a kid tries to hold your hand as you're walking out, that's not the same as restraining them. Timeout. Some of our classrooms will have like a calm down corner where kids may go sit in a big bad chair and play with fidget toys until they're like regulated and ready to join the rest of the room. That's not the same thing as seclusion. We can't use mechanical restraints. Obviously, some of you may have harnesses and things like that on the buses that we're using them as prescribed or how they're supposed to be used. We can't just leave them in seat belts all day because it would make our life easier, right? So clearly law enforcement plays by some different rules than we do. We can't chemically restrain a kid. You can't just give them Benadryl because that's going to knock them out and make the bus ride more enjoyable, right? No chemical restraints. Again, ESI can be only used when the child is at risk for harming themselves or somebody else. We need to use all of our good verbal de-escalation skills first and try to talk them out of that crisis. And then as soon as that, the danger no longer exists, we have to stop the use of seclusion or restraint. Sometimes if a kid's really being destructive, that may necessitate the use of ESI. And again, we can't use ESI for discipline, punishment, or our own convenience. We can't restrain kids face up, face down, restrain their hands if they need their hands for communication. Again, no chemical or mechanical restraints. And again, right, gate belts, walkers, wheelchairs, things like that. Mechanical restraints, but they don't count if we're using them appropriately. Sometimes a kid will have a known medical condition and the medical provider will tell us you cannot use ESI with this kid, here's what you need to do instead. So the bar to use ESI is pretty high. If we have that medical documentation, the bar is even higher. And so we really need to honor those wishes. If we're doing what the doctor has said and we still can't keep that child safe, we may have to use ESI, but know that we're really going to have to be able to justify that. Again, when we're talking about ESI rooms in our school buildings, if they have locking doors, those must become unlocked when staff walk away so they can't get stuck in there during a fire or something. And they have to be similar to other spaces kids use. They have to be well ventilated, well lit, things like that. So, that's emergency safety interventions. Any questions? Okay. All right, 2 areas of law that address child abuse and endangerment. The revised Code of Care for Children establishes a